Joe, I think Xavier's shooting really caught people's attention. What'd you see from him shooting the ball and just overall tonight?
I mean, he's just doing a great job being decisive in his shot selection, in his spacing, and in his pick and roll reads. So he's worked really hard in the offseason, just becoming more versatile. Him and the player development team have worked really hard on that, and it's a credit to them. So he's playing really well, and I really like just kind of the time he's putting into it.
Joe, there's a point later in the game where you called a timeout after the Sixers hit a couple shots. You emphasized at points last year the importance of, treating every player the same, treating every game like, a real meaningful game and something, and treating the starters the same as the bench. Is that something you're emphasizing in the preseason, even though in a couple weeks like these stats and standings won't matter?
What situation are you talking about?
I was just saying there's a point later in the game when some of the bench guys were in and you called a timeout. It seemed like a similar sort of timeout you would call if the starters were letting up a run or something, like the importance of treating those guys the same and the importance of treating these preseason games the same as the regular season, even though they might not.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. I mean, I think the way you treat those guys it shows the continuity. So one of the strengths of this team is regardless of who's in or not, we execute at a high level, we play effort, and I think that's the way that we try to hold each other accountable to that. So I enjoy coaching them, and they work hard, so I think it's key to try to keep that.
Joe, just Luke at the beginning of the game had a nice stretch there. Just how is he fitting there with those guys, and have you seen any kind of like progression from him from like last season?
Yeah, I mean it's he's worked really hard this summer, and I've definitely seen him get better. Just his screen reads, his spacing recognition. He's one of our best defenders because of his ability to communicate on the fly the different stuff that we do on every single possession, and he does a great job of reading each possession, and I think he's gotten really better offensively up until this point, just with his screening angles and his spacing recognition mostly, and he continues to get better and better.
Joe, longer look for Lonnie tonight. How do you think he handled that, and how have you seen him integrate into your guys' group over these last couple of weeks?
I think he's been really good. I think it's an adjustment coming here. It's a different style of basketball, and I like his open-mindedness to learning. I like his patience, and I saw him make. It's funny when you get a guy like him who's been in the league for 7 years. I saw some things today that he might not think are important or that other people want, but like they're really, really important things defensively and offensively, whether it was his positioning or whether it was a small cut that he made or a read that he made. Like those things go a long way because they open up opportunities, and they may be things that have been taken for granted, but he was efficient, 4 for 7, and some of the stuff that doesn't show up on the stat he picked up on, and it was great to see that. And so he's enjoying just kind of working hard, and he'll get another crack at it again tomorrow.
Joe, following up on that Lonnie question, you talk a lot about humility, and he's kind of showed that, especially with us just talking about how he needs to take it as a man, not getting a guaranteed contract, all that. Like, I guess when you have a new guy coming in, trying out and everything, like, how does that fold well into the locker room?
I mean, I think there's a standard that's been set by the people that have been here for a long time, the players. And then when, we try to bring guys in that want to uphold that. And so it's a credit to the locker room for setting that one for, long time. And then it's a credit to the guys coming in that work to be a part of that. And so you're right. He's shown that. He's shown his patience. He's shown an open-mindedness to get better. And we just have to continue that.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.